afternoon or good evening. I'm Wiggins, and welcome to another webisode of Make Something Happen. We have here today in the studio Miss Betsy Muller. Now, Betsy is an energy makeover coach. Okay, it's an energy makeover coach. Her company is the Indigo Connection, and she's going to be sharing with us today about her materials and workshops and different things that she has going on to help us to increase our energy and to change our lives. Now, Betsy, give us a little bit background about yourself.
Well, I wasn't always an energy makeover coach. Actually, some of my background comes from the other world of energy. I worked for BP Oil Company for 12 years, way back when. But what really brought me to what I do today is that I wasn't a worn-out woman.
Okay.
I was a working mother, 2 little kids, full-time working, commuting, community volunteer, family member. Overachiever in all ways, and in my 40s I felt myself getting really low. When I was in my 40s, I was actually managing a group medical practice, and I was feeling old. I was waking up in the morning feeling sore.
Wow.
I was feeling grateful that I worked for these doctors because they could adjust my neck. And this isn't going so well.
Okay.
And so, just by accident, although we know there aren't any accidents, I found myself in a seminar in Switzerland in 2001.
Okay.
Where they were teaching this technique called emotional freedom techniques, which used acupressure, not acupuncture. We learned no needles. And I tried this technique because I'm open-minded. That is one of my traits. And it brought me amazing calm.
Wow.
And I thought, there are like millions of people like me,
especially
women.
Right. Yes. That
really could use this because it was one technique you could use on your stress, on your pain, on your life experience, on your relationships, actually your relationship to money, to your productivity. And I was like mystified. Could it be this easy? Nobody's heard of this back in the U.S. So I brought it back home, still kept working the job, but I eventually took a lot of training on the side on the weekends. I eventually quit my job and decided to be a coach full-time to share what I've learned with other people.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. And here you are today, and we're going to be sharing with some more people, and hopefully we'll get on the way. Yeah. Your book's here with you today, the Energy Makeover.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about this.
Well, Energy Makeover has came out the end of last year. It is an Amazon bestseller, so I'm really proud of it.
Right.
And Energy Makeover is my way of sharing the life balance solutions that I have learned and that I have helped people with in my 7 years of my coaching practice. And it really is a recipe for balancing your life using awareness of human energy systems. So there's some things in that book about your relationships. There are some things in that book about the food you choose. Actually, the places you put yourself, because places have energy.
That's right.
I'm very passionate about helping people make good decisions. And when you're stressed, sometimes you just go into that numb place where you don't do anything. And so I teach people how to really get focused. The same processes that you need to make a good decision are the same things you need to be more creative and more intuitive. Those are all things everybody wants, right?
That's right.
You want a little more magic in your business?
Yes.
Instead of frantic running around like an idiot?
Exactly. Let's let things fall into place. Oh my God. We're going to take a quick break and we'll come back. I want you to continue telling us about that. And also I noticed here you have a companion journal to go along with the book, and I think that's going to be very key. Okay, we'll be right back with Betsy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Howard Cohn, and I'm here to tell you about the key to alkalizing your body, and that's our 7.2 greens. This product is amazing. You'll never find anything else like it on the market. This thing has taken so much time to put together to get it exactly the way we want it so that you can literally eat it out of your hand, out of the container. Most people know that if they eat greens, they're going to be healthier. They start doing it, they do it for a day or two, they try wheatgrass or they try eating spinach or broccoli and they go, you know what? I can't do this. It tastes like I'm licking the bottom of my lawnmower. And they stop. They know it's good, but they stop and they don't do it. We've engineered these greens to taste amazing. I can't wait for you to try them. Our 7.2 greens are made with all organic ingredients, certified organic ingredients. Our cereal grasses, which are barley grass, oat grass, alfalfa, and wheatgrass, all organic. Our alkalizing vegetables of parsley, broccoli sprouts, spinach, kale, cabbage, carrot, and more, all organic. Our flavoring, which is apple and raspberry, organic. And even our Lohan berry, all natural sweetener. No algae, no soy fillers, no artificial flavors, no colors, no sweeteners. There is nothing on the market like this. I've tried literally hundreds of greens products, all a disappointment. I've had tons of patients say they can't do it. For the first time ever, we have a greens product that people will not only take, but they'll love. I can't wait for you to try it.
We're back with Betsy Muller. Betsy, when we left off, you were beginning to tell us about their energy makeover, not necessarily the book itself, but you're telling us, about the processes that we go through about making decisions and being creative. Can you pick back up on where you left off there?
Well, life is a juggling act, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot going on. We got sick children, we got aging parents, we might have gained a few pounds, maybe the money's a problem, maybe
Yes.
our business, we're trying to figure out how do we stay competitive with social media. There's all this stuff floating around.
Yes.
What's the priority?
Yes.
And if you're running around and you're not present to it, you're never going to figure that out. Energy self-care is a way to kind of get back into you. Get you and put yourself number one, because you can't help other people unless you're taking care of yourself.
That's true.
So, I give people a multifaceted approach. I call it like a buffet of ideas.
Okay.
Because not everything's going to resonate with the reader.
Right.
So I just lay it all out there and say,
Okay.
try this, try this, try this, and write about it. And actually, I came up with this journal
All right.
because a lot of the discovery, I think, takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a process where you're awakening to new things about, you try a technique.
Yes.
And sometimes you need a good, 21 days, a month,
Yeah,
to really get that into your system as a habit and also
Right.
to see the benefits of it.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if you're trying to lose weight,
Mm-hmm.
I have some systems in there.
Okay.
Because I am a lifetime Weight Watcher. 1991,
Okay.
I
That's
became
some
a
friends will
lifetime.
hear from you.
I still go to meetings. I still struggle
Okay.
with gaining pounds,
Mhm.
if I'm not mindful.
Okay.
One of the things a lot of women tell me is that they have cravings.
Mm-hmm.
And they crave the wrong food.
Yes.
And maybe like these nighttime eating habits, especially women that are pre-menopause, in menopause, they can go nuts
Yes.
after dinner. So is there a new way to deal with that? Yes. You can
Okay.
actually use the acupressure treatment for that.
Okay.
So that's an example
All
of
right.
what's within the book.
Okay. So are these, when we go through that, are these processes that we can do ourselves, the acupressure to ourselves? We can
Yes.
do it? Okay.
Yes, and I give
Okay.
scripts in the back of the book so they can actually follow it.
Okay.
In fact, anybody that goes to my website
Mm-hmm.
can download what I call the Waste Management Starter Kit.
Oh, okay.
Waste as in wastelands.
All right.
And within that, there are scripts and the acupressure kind of process that I use.
Okay. What's
And
the website that's?
the website is theindigoconnection.com. That's
Okay.
THE, indigo, like the color indigo, connection.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Great.
Yeah.
We can go tool it in here. So what else? What I noticed different though about your journal is that there's not a lot of blank pages. There are some headings. There's things in here to help us to it's like guide us. You suggest
Right.
because some people have never journaled before. The court they've heard about it. Don't know how to get started. So give us some insight into your journal, how that's set up.
Yeah, the journal is set up very specifically.
Okay.
It's the culmination of my years of coaching and also many years of me doing journaling myself because
Okay.
I was never a writer and I still don't consider myself a writer.
Okay.
But business people need to write and I wanted to be a better writer. I wanted to
Okay.
have that habit of writing.
That's right.
All of you out there, if you need to write a little bit more, get a journal.
Okay.
And there are a lot of forms for journaling. But my process for journaling is to help you wake up to
Okay.
who you are, your energetic dynamics,
Okay.
and also to amplify the good stuff in your life. So what I have people do,
Okay.
a lot of people don't like showing up to a blank page. I realize that because I tell clients to journal and they'd sit there staring at the lines.
I have nothing to say.
But when I tell them what to write,
Yes.
suddenly it all flows.
Mhm.
So each day you get 5 different, it's actually 2 pages.
Okay.
You know, so you're looking at the 2 pages.
Mm-hmm.
You begin by journaling about your physical experience. So
Okay.
I usually tell people to start their journaling first thing in the morning
Mhm.
because that's when you're still a little groggy, you're less critical of what you write first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And it's and get it done. You know, get it done as part of your morning routine.
Okay.
So when you wake up and you come to your journal, you're going to write about how you feel that morning. Do a full body scan.
Okay.
Think about it. How did I sleep last night?
Mm-hmm.
Do I feel awake today? Is there any pain anywhere? And be specific. Find where
Okay.
it is. How's your digestion?
Mm-hmm.
Are you hungry? Are you not hungry?
Wow.
You know, how does your head feel? Does it feel clear? Do you feel focused or you feel a little off?
Okay.
Is there any explanation for what you're feeling that might have come from what you did the day before? Okay? So example, if you were typing all day and sitting in a chair and you never got up all day, well,
Right.
you know, your shoulders might hurt, your lower
Mhm.
back might be sore, you know, or if you had a really hard workout with a personal trainer,
Yes.
bingo.
Okay.
There should be evidence of that. So
Yes.
the first part is physical, and really
Mhm.
that's to remind you you are a physical being.
Okay.
And you need to be in touch with what's going on physically.
That's right.
It might be you ate something weird the day before, and you'll actually figure out you might be allergic to something
Mm-hmm.
the next day because of how your body responds a little bit later. So
Okay.
it can give you all sorts of really good information. The next section you write about is what I call intensity moments, and this has to do with your emotional state.
Oh wow.
And I like
You have to be
to
honest, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So when I talk about intensity moments, most people know about those low points in the day where they're ticked off, angry, upset.
Yeah.
You know, if things went wrong, whatever really. You know, because those
Right.
those hurt. And then I also want people to write about those really big moments where they're like, "Yay!" Okay. Write about that too, because
Yes.
life gives us both, and those things in the middle, you probably don't have to write about them.
Mhm.
See, it's easy.
Okay.
And then-
okay.
And you know, just say how you felt. What was the emotion?
Right.
Did you process it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still holding on to that negative thing?
Okay.
Because the emotional freedom techniques that I give in
Mhm.
Energy Makeover, that's the perfect opportunity to say, well, maybe I should do the acupressure on that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And then the next section of the journal is gratitude. I
Mhm.
find the intensity moments take you right to the gratitude naturally.
All right.
Because
Okay.
even when something goes bad,
Mm-hmm.
you know what you're thankful for. Because that usually doesn't happen every day. So for example, my dishwasher broke. I was really ticked.
Yes.
I hated having dishes all over my counter, and every day it really bothered me. But you know, my gratitude section says, I am so glad my washing machine works.
Okay.
And I'm
yes.
glad
I'd rather wash dishes
Yeah.
than have to hand wash clothes.
Right,
Mhm.
and I was also grateful I got a great deal on a new
Okay.
dishwasher that would be
Okay.
delivered the next day. You know,
Awesome.
things like that.
Yeah.
So you know, you can be aware of the good things, and of course, if something goes well and you've covered it in your up moments in the section
Right.
before, you've got it there again. Research says that 5 points of gratitude a day
Mhm.
actually can improve your heart health,
Wow.
can improve your mental health,
Okay.
can keep you out of depression, can actually, you know, boost your productivity,
Mhm.
your good happy hormones in your body.
Yes.
It's proven. It
Well,
can
saves
keep us
lives.
from becoming boring
It's your-
old people.
Yes. And
Yeah.
depressed and feeling
Yeah.
regretful.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
So get those gratitude things. The
Okay.
next section of the journal is just free form writing. This
Okay.
is where you can put your lists for all the things you need to do. This can be a
Okay.
place where you write a story that you start getting your ideas from your blog.
All right.
Because I assume a lot of business people better be making their blogs. And then
That's
the
right.
final point in the
Okay.
journal is a positive affirmation for the day.
Okay.
So that is a positive present moment statement
Mm-hmm.
of how you envision yourself in a perfect world.
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
I am comfortable and productive and ready to meet exciting, wonderful people like Audrey.
Thank you. And like Betsy. Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. I like this guidance.
Yeah.
And it helps us to
Well,
get going. And then if we want to write more, then we
Mhm.
can
Well, there's a
write more.
lot of research on journaling, and I'm a
Mhm.
speaker, so one of
Okay.
my programs is all about the research behind journaling and also
Okay.
the results of a 30-day test I did with women.
Oh, wow. That would be interesting to find out.
Women I didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
I recruited them on Facebook, and
Okay.
I just gave them the process and
All right.
had them use it for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious to know, would they even do it?
Yes.
And most of them did,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did a before and after survey. And
Okay.
some of them were going through some really crazy stuff.
Wow.
And the journal was like this wonderful best friend
Mm-hmm.
to get them through it,
Okay.
to help them be mindful of what was going on and actually learn from the difficulties
Okay.
and clear the negative emotions that
Mhm.
came up in the course of
Wow.
that. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. So we definitely want to plug into this and say you speak about it. So do you go to different do you go to chambers or you have workshops where you just talk about just this energy makeover piece?
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
I mostly address women's groups now.
Okay.
So, for example, I'm the keynote at a fashion show coming up next
Okay.
month,
All right.
and the people that are bringing me in are actually
Mhm.
financial planners.
Okay.
They run events for their clients,
Mm-hmm.
and I love doing something like that because
Yeah.
I really feel like that financial planning is part of your overall energy balance
That's
too.
right. That's
So
right.
those are nice people for me to partner with.
Mm-hmm.
Women like Energy
Okay.
Makeover.
Mm-hmm.
They need that financial information. Sometimes they need to bring me in to get the ladies in. Because I'm
Okay.
very practical about the broader parts of life.
Mm-hmm.
I've spoken, I don't do chambers too much. I do
Okay.
like women's retreats,
Mhm.
women's business functions, also
Okay.
facilitating like a board retreat.
All right.
Because I really help groups come
Mhm.
together so that everybody's heard. There's a safe place for people to speak up.
Yes.
And also teach them how to be productive.
Mhm.
Actually keep their energy moving during a meeting so they don't zone out.
Okay, being
Yeah.
like you mentioned something earlier, some of being present. Yes, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Along with that, you yourself have put on responsive retreats.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes. You have one coming up, or you just had.
I just had one last weekend. Oh, we
Okay.
had fun. I
Okay.
taught them a lot of self-care techniques. So it was a
All
real
right.
workshop where when we're up, moving around,
Okay.
tapping on points,
Mhm.
measuring our energy levels because you can actually muscle test
Okay.
to see whether people's energy is balanced and
Mhm.
also to find out what that inner wisdom is
Okay.
really saying. Because sometimes we think something up here,
Yes.
but what's really going on, the body doesn't lie.
Okay.
And you can ask a question and you can test muscle strength.
Oh wow.
And you can find out, it's like a lie detector,
Mm-hmm.
only it's a truth detector.
Okay.
Your body will give you what's best for you. It will do it
That's
every
something
time.
we can do on camera here. Am I going to be confessing something? You want to ask me a question?
Do you want me to check? Well,
Let's
first
try. Okay.
thing we have to do is check your energy to make sure your energy's balanced,
All right.
and then we can start asking the questions.
Oh wow. I think we need to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll do this little test here on film with Audrey. Okay, we'll be right back.
Did you know that your opinion matters? Did you know that your vote really counts? Well, it does, at least as soon as you apply this right. But what's a right anyway if you never use it? It's yours and nobody can take it from you, right? Wrong. By not having what you need in order to vote, you allow this right to be taken away, which is un-American, unjust, and unfair. Take a stand. Go to www.project5millionvoterid.com and place your mark in the history today.
We're back now with Betsy Muller. Before we left, we talked about this energy test and the energy, emotional. Give us the right word here. So
Well, we're going to do
rather.
energy kinesiology, which is muscle testing. It's
Okay.
actually, checking the health and balance of her energy system, and then assuming we find out her system is balanced, then we can ask questions.
Uh-oh.
So, you ready to tell the inner truth?
I'm going to confess some things here. Okay, let's keep going. Let's explain this all out.
Okay,
Okay.
so the basic premise behind this is that your body knows. It does not lie.
Okay.
When you are answering, when there's a yes answer inside of you, there is a strength within you. Your neurological system just says yes, and you're stronger.
Okay.
And actually, that's another reason that we should keep positive thinking going on,
Yes.
right? Because our bodies will be healthier. But then when there's a disconnect, if there's an uncertainty, if there's a no, you actually physically become weaker. So we can test this with very gentle testing. So I'm going to ask Audrey to just, very gently kind of hold her arm like this. And I will put very light pressure on. And so I'm just going to ask you to hold, and I'm going to push without telling you to do anything. So hold. Okay. And say, I want to be happy.
I want to be happy.
And hold. Say, I want to be miserable.
I want to be miserable.
And hold. That's good, because that's false. When she loses her muscle strength, that means she doesn't want to be miserable.
That's
so
awesome.
again, say, I want to be happy.
I want to be happy.
Hold.
Look, I'm taking over. Oh my God.
And then say, I want to live.
I want to live.
Hold. I want to be successful.
I want to be successful.
And hold. She's nice and strong. Now put that other hand over your head. We're going to test your polarity.
Okay.
And hold. And then flip it the other way. And hold. Okay. And flip. Did you notice the difference? You're healthy, Audrey. That means your polarity's balanced perfectly. And you know what? Usually, sometimes I have to do some exercises with people to get their energy working. There's an exercise called the cross crawl.
Okay.
And sometimes people have all their energy on one side of the body. Here, so you take your right hand to your left knee, and then this. So what we're doing is we're activating our left and right brain. When we do this, this is an excellent exercise for a break. When you're working in a desk, but actually the new research says, better yet, get up off of your chair, because in fact my Weight Watchers meetings have been telling us for metabolism, 5 minutes out of every hour should be spent standing, minimum. And that is based on research about the health risks of sitting too much. And I work out every day, but I hadn't been getting up every hour. Now I do. I make my phone calls standing up because it's better for me physically, and I can stand up and do this. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Some other good energy boosters just to get your system awake is to do the Tarzan thing. This is called the thymus thumb.
Okay.
This helps get you in your center.
All right.
Your center, and it also kind of wakes up your system. Okay? It's a good place to tap before you get up and speak.
And then get your energy and relax at the same time.
Do you want to see another really weird one?
Sure. Let's do another one.
So another thing I might do if somebody's not real balanced is called the belly button correction. Are you ready for some wild stuff?
There. Okay.
So you're going to take your middle finger, put it in your belly button.
Okay.
Now you don't have to undress. Just go through your jacket.
There it is.
And then with the other hand, you're going to take these two fingers and you're going to go right under your collarbones, and you're just going to rub on there. Or you can actually tap it if you want. We're actually tapping our kidney meridian. This is K27.
All right.
Very important. We need our kidneys.
Yes.
And then we're going to make a C with our fingers, and we're going to tap above and below the lips. We're actually tapping on our central and governing meridian. Who knew? And then we're going to rub our tailbone. Now what the heck did we just do?
We're looking like a little monkey.
We're balancing our front back energies right now.
Okay.
And then we reverse. So we take the other middle finger in the belly button. We get those collarbone points again. We give them a good rub or a tap. We make that letter C, and we hit above and below the lip. And then we rub it.
All right.
That's really good for you. Even though it looks weird, doesn't it? A lot of stuff I do looks weird, but you know what? It really works. The subtitle of my book is Stay Young, Have Fun, and Get More Done.
And I don't get Betsy.
Stay young, have fun, and get more done.
Awesome.
And I have to tell everybody, in all honesty, part of the reason I feel so strongly about this is because I was a worn-out woman in my mid-40s. Remember what I said?
Yes.
I'm almost 54 now. And why
I know this is cliche, but you look good.
Well, and you know what? I feel so blessed. Because if I had not stumbled across this stuff, you'd be looking at a different person today. And I'm healthy. I have no pain.
Wow.
I have great relationships. I have this business I love. I don't need people to adjust my neck and shoulders like I used to anymore.
Yeah, that's key. 'Cause
Yeah.
right, when you say you're worn out, you know, I've been there and just be so, you know, you hate to say those words. I'm so tired. What are you know, you're just dragging through and you, but oh, what is that? You know, where did this, you know, this pain or this whatever come from? That is that's awesome. So how does this work? Do you have people that may have, you know, medical conditions? You know,
Yeah.
you're dealing with fibromyalgia or, you know, some other type of disturbance in the back. Does it work when you have things where maybe you're out of place? So if you have some of the disc in your back, or you know you're disjointed, or you know
Right.
things like that.
Right. I've worked with people with a variety of what I call them as stress-related problems.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
really, stress can account for 80% or more of what's going on with you physically.
Okay.
So, you know, we're going back to the root cause of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a coach, I'm not a licensed medical professional, so everybody I
Understand.
work with, I'm gonna check
Mhm.
to make sure it's in the scope of my practice to work with them on the stress kind of
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
And actually, it goes pretty well, but if they clearly need a physician or a
Mhm.
psychiatrist or a psychologist, I will refer them to somebody that I know is really good. So
Okay.
that's what to expect. Most of my clients
That's
are
great.
business people. They're
Mhm.
professionals.
Yeah.
They need to be productive, and that's really what
Mhm.
brings them to me, because they know what I do brings
Okay.
fast results.
Okay.
They know I care,
Mm-hmm.
and that I will teach them how to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
That, you know, this isn't just about me being this
Mhm.
guru here.
Yeah.
I share everything so that they can do it themselves without me. That is
Okay.
my goal.
Okay.
So, for example, I
Mhm.
just worked with a woman who had pretty serious migraines.
Okay.
And, you know, I've been working with her for a while,
Mhm.
and we've been a little mystified by, you know, why it isn't moving.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, acquired some new training, and I
Mhm.
had her come in for another session, and I said, you know, let's see if this new stuff works for you.
Okay.
And we were able to clear some things
Wow.
that I didn't know how to clear before. But now I have this new
Mhm.
soul detective protocol that I use,
Okay.
and she's experiencing, we actually cleared a medication that was giving her side effects.
Wow.
Like, she was really sick when she came to see me,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's where we started in the session, and then we went to work on the migraines, because she came on a day she was really in pain.
Wow.
And by the time
Okay.
she left that day, she was much, much better.
Okay.
And then she proceeded to have a good experience for the next 2 weeks. And we're still
That's
in touch
great.
with each other, because
Mhm.
chronic things like that,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they resurface again,
Oh,
because you have to keep, you may get rid of some of the origin,
Mm-hmm.
but there may still be things
Like
there
some
in their
residual.
lives
Yeah.
that are complicating.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well just be flat out honest with you about some
Okay.
other things.
Okay. Sure.
I use the term energy vampires a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows kind of what that is.
Yes.
That's people that
Like
that
suck
suck. And they can be related to you. You can actually be married to them
Oh my
sometimes.
God.
Or they
Take
can
it away
be
from
coworkers or customers or
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
But actually, there's another kind that
Okay.
I work with too.
Mhm.
And this is where it gets interesting.
All right.
Did you know that there might be dead people without bodies that are sucking your energy? Yeah, you. But and you bring in the high power.
Yeah.
I work with God.
So I noticed in,
Yeah.
in your bio it says you're an ordained minister.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my heritage is the Methodist Church.
Okay.
My training is non-denominational in
Mhm.
terms of my ministry now, because
Okay.
I really want to serve all spiritual people. What I find is so many people have been damaged by
Mhm.
some of their religious background, because they've been
Yeah.
taught that they're not lovable
Mm-hmm.
through the church of
Yeah.
all things, and
That's right.
I don't think that's what God wants them to know.
Right.
I don't think Jesus
Exactly.
would ever say that to anybody. And you know, my job as a coach is to
Mhm.
help them find that internal love for self again.
Yep.
Because that is, you know, and to love themselves exactly as they are.
Right, you know,
I
and
can't
that's the
help them
balance,
change.
right? Because people say, well, you know, you're loving yourself, whatever, you know, you're this arrogant, you know, whatever person, but that it's not even about that.
Yeah.
It's about accepting who we are. You know, that if there's things that we need to improve, then then do that.
Yeah, you can't change until you do accept yourself.
Right.
And so I don't try to change people
Mm-hmm.
until they're feeling really good about just, you know, even if I don't change,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Right, exactly.
There's more good here than not good.
Yeah,
I
so
have
let's concentrate
power.
on that. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. This is a great taste of take a break, and we'll be
Okay.
right back again with Betsy Muller.
impossible is a word that shouldn't even be in the dictionary anymore. I think that Nelson Mandela said it best, because he said, it always seems impossible until it's done. It's all about connecting with our clients and customers. Your clients and customers want to feel valued. They want to feel cared about. They want to feel like they matter. The essence of building these relationships and connecting with your clients and customers to create the world-class experience is simply a matter of listening for their stories and personalizing their experience based upon those stories.
Jeff is the founder and chief question officer of Think Again, a speaking and consulting company that helps people and organizations build relationships that drive results.
We're back now with Betsy Muller. We're into our last segment here. The time has gone so fast. I can't believe after that break, how much we've actually covered too in a short period of time. So I just wanted to just going to close out. I know you've had over 30 years experience as business manager and business management rather. Excuse me. You've had your radio show, about talking about work-life balance. And also you're certified. This is not, something to play with. She's actually certified in this area. Just give us the whole certification. I know you're an MBA, but as far as your energy, what is it, energy emotion?
Well, I'm certified in a few things. I'm certified by the Association for Comprehensive Energy Psychology as an energy health practitioner. That's a non-licensed designation that allows me to coach using kind of that muscle testing I was showing and also emotional freedom techniques. Beyond that, I also carry a certification in emotional freedom techniques.
That's what I was trying to think of.
I am certified through EFT Universe and also through ACEP's EFT program, which is directed by the daughter of the founder of EFT, Gary Craig. So Tina Craig and I have worked directly together. And I tell people, I didn't just go to a weekend class. I went to thousands of hours of training. I've had to travel for this. I go back every year for a refresher. And I think what the distinction is with my certifications is I have to be watched by PhD level people to guarantee I have competency. And it's like nervous. Well, it's actually nervous for your client too, because you have to bring the client in. You have to either tape the sessions or you have to do it live with somebody taking notes and looking at you. And that's pressure. But the thing is, it works. It works. And when you're a capable practitioner, it works just fine. I would add too, many people may tell you they do emotional freedom techniques. Ask about the certifications. I'm not the only one out there, but I am the only ACEP-certified EFT person in Ohio right now because it's a very difficult certification to complete. And I think what's really important about certifications and having professional organizations behind a practitioner is that I've been trained in the ethics of this.
Absolutely.
There's a scope of my practice. I should not work with war veterans. I'm not trained in PTSD and multiple personalities. And, I shouldn't work with them. And severe depression, that's not my ballpark. Certified professionals know when to refer out, and so that's why I offer a free consult to people that might want to work with me. That's just my way of doing things, so that I'm not in over my head. That you're with the best practitioner, and actually, the way I can help anybody is if I'm not the right practitioner, I will send you to somebody who is.
That is so key. It's like I said, you can hurt somebody or. Then you end up like, well, where do we go from here? You get the person to this point, and then it's like, we have to drop them off. It's like, I can't go any further, but we shouldn't even got started.
Well, and actually, the good news is if I do find somebody inside my office or on the phone with me, I do phone sessions and I do live office sessions. If somebody really gets worked up about something they didn't tell me before, the emotional freedom techniques can bring them back to a state of peaceful balance. Even, it's not, but I don't say I'm going to make all the pain go away, but we can actually get them back feeling pretty well if that should happen. So, I don't plan for those things to happen, but if somebody has a memory that's painful in my presence, I can help them. and get them to the next level.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I know you have some workshops. By the time this airs, you would have had one already, but there's some other things coming up. How can we get in touch? How can we plug into some of your sessions, as well as get the book, the journal, and the book here?
Okay, well, my books are available on Amazon, but if you want a better price, and
All
if you
right.
want a signed copy, you go to my website, which is for the books, Energy Makeover, number 4, letter U.com.
Okay.
And there's actually a lot of free stuff on that site.
Oh, cool.
There are some videos.
Mhm.
You can take the Energy Makeover quiz to find
Oh,
out if
that's
you
fun.
need my book.
Okay.
And you'll get to see me doing some like the 5 Tibetan anti-aging exercises. I just give that away. You can watch
Okay.
me in the video doing them. And the exercises are in the book, but
All
you get a start at that.
Mhm.
You know, in terms of staying in touch with me, I do a women's breakfast every month,
Okay.
second and Wednesday of every month here in Cleveland, and people are welcome to come to that.
Okay.
I have an events calendar on my main
Website?
website,
Okay, great.
the IndigoConnection.com, so you can go on that events calendar. I often do internet classes. I do
Okay.
group coaching calls, group teleclasses. One of my specialties is working with entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, especially
Okay.
if they're a holistic business. Because
Oh,
I'm quite capable in marketing and social media, and
Okay.
I'm a blogger. I can even teach people how to write a best-selling book because
Okay.
I've
You've
done
done
it.
it. Exactly. Well, that's awesome. You know, you have one other publication we didn't talk too much about, the waistline management, while we're talking about your books and things.
Winning at waste management.
Yeah.
And this is kind of my conclusions using both the energy self-care, the tapping, and also my many, many years, I think it's 21 years as a lifetime member of Weight Watchers.
Wow.
All those different program changes, points plus.
You sure
yay. But, you know, all my tips and tricks are in there.
Okay.
And also the importance of getting your waistline measured, because your waist-hip ratio is a big measure of health.
Okay.
And, you know, if you want to look more credible, if you want to look more professional, it makes sense to lose a few inches off your waistline.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
And that boosts confidence too. So I want to help the people out there in whatever way gets them feeling happy, smiley, confident, sleeping better at night,
Oh yeah,
having
that's
more
key.
fun.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Lots of solutions.
Yes, absolutely, great. Well, Betsy, thanks again for coming by today. It's been a wonderful interview. Learned a lot of things here with you, and hopefully, you guys will, we'll plug into what she's doing. Make sure you go to her site. Get her books and the journal. This is very key. So you can start.
And
start
join the
doing
mailing
that.
list too.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can really stay in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so until then, you go out and make something positive happen for you and your community.